Good morning from a very rainy, windswept Peak District. I'm assured by the man walking his dog just now that there's a heat wave coming, and next Tuesday is going to be sunny and 21 degrees. So looking forward to that. It did seem like the spring had arrived this week, but it's kind of slipped back into a bit more autumnal, wintry weather. This is my first video for 10 days. I have been really detoxing on a kind of personal level. I did a full detox, no caffeine, no sugar, minimal dairy, no meat, no fish, no alcohol. And it's amazing how nourishing and nurturing that was. And also part of that was really to try to detox from not just mainstream media, but also from Telegram. And I actually came off for 3 days last weekend because it just became so overwhelming. And so what I have actually been doing, apart from focusing on nourishing myself, has been on nurturing relationships actually. And I'm by relationships I don't mean online relationships, I mean real life people. My local formal community support group here in Yorgrave, we had our second meeting yesterday. Actually, they've met 3 times, but this is the second one that I've attended, which was just so wonderful and beautiful. Just a small group of us, like-minded souls, meeting and just really re-engaging with that human dimension, which is so missing from all of this online stuff. I really feel so much happier and more energized and at peace, having slightly taken myself away from all of the drama and all of the stories. And I still have been posting occasional things on my Rachel Speaks Out Telegram channel. The levels of what is going on in the world are now kind of pretty horrific, aren't they? And it's just like I've said it before, it's just like a bulldozer coming through a steamroller, just ploughing through an agenda. I posted the iconic Charlie Chaplin speech yesterday, where he talked about machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. And that really kind of sums up what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a hostile global corporate takeover bid, which has been masterminded by machine men with machine minds and machine hearts, by big tech entrepreneurs who see people as numbers on a spreadsheet, a problem to be managed. And we have this experimental genetic engineering injection program being bulldozed through. I also posted a video of Katie Hopkins going through the NHS government behavioural sciences document about how to influence people to say yes to these jabs. And it's really clear they've obviously picked off the easy pickings, the people who are hugely compliant and will say yes to anything, and they're now left with the troublesome ones. So I was contemplating this. I mean, this plan has been masterminded by a small group of machine men with machine minds and machine hearts who have openly stated that they believe in eugenics, that the global population is too high, that is the cause of global warming and environmental catastrophe. There's too many people on the planet. These are the same people who are encouraging you to have these experimental genetic engineering jabs, people. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? So it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because there's kind of two schools of thought. You either believe that the government and the pharmaceutical companies have your best interests at heart and are only interested in saving you and your life and making sure you don't get ill, and they're completely benevolent, and therefore you should definitely yield yourself up to have one of these jabs. Or you could take the other view that this mass injection program of a highly experimental new technology which hasn't been trialled fully, you could take the view that this experimental genetic engineering program has the potential to cull a huge proportion of the human race. Now, if that latter scenario is proved to be true, what is going to be left at the end of it? What's going to be left at the end of it is the 1% and the angry mob who are already refusing to comply, who are already saying they do not consent, who have already seen through what's going on, and that's what's going to be left. And it doesn't make for a pleasant future scenario. So my recommendation would be, if you're not already, find your local community support group, get your base needs covered so that you aren't reliant on big corporate for your food and your survival, and batten down the hatches, because if our worst fears are confirmed, the next few years are potentially going to be a very hellish nightmare. We have to come together in solidarity and create a network, an alternative economy, an alternative network which does not have to comply with the diktats of the government and the corporate elite. Really, really important now. So, apologies to bring you a tricky message on a Sunday, but it's important that we are acutely aware of what is going on in the 3D realm. So keep turning to the light, keep looking after yourself, and find your support group, find your solidarity, batten down the hatches. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.